We are here not to be lawbreakers, we are here in our efforts to become lawmakers. These are the words of Emmeline Pankhurst, who founded the Women's Social and Political Union and who would help later win the right for women to vote in the United Kingdom. In this episode of Birmingham Through the Ages, we will explore the power of protest.
Birmingham Revolution's Power to the People, which is a brand new exhibition that's opened here, and it's looking at the vibrant and varied history of protest and activism in the city from the 18th century to the 21st century. I think what this collection shows is that Birmingham has been the centre and the birthplace of some of the most significant people and organisations and campaigns and ideas that have shaped the face of Birmingham and Great Britain, and this is an incredible opportunity that we can to look at everything that this city has been a part of and that we've achieved, that we are trying to achieve now and will hope to achieve in the future. We cover dozens of campaigns from the 18th century, starting with the priestly riots in 1791 through to the voting and reform movements, anti-war movements, trade unionism, black power, disability. We really cover everything and all the little in-between campaigns as well, which is really wonderful. The miners' strike jacket that we have is such an incredible piece. It's got such a wonderful history from a woman named Gillian Smith, who took part in the miners' strikes, who collected food for food banks to give to striking miners, and she created this incredible denim jacket covered in dozens and dozens of badges from every campaign that she supported along with her daughter Jane. She passed away a few years ago, so this is an incredible memory that we can have to share her story and the solidarity and the community that was created in Birmingham during the miners' strikes. Badges, I think, are really important in protest culture. Things like slogans and symbols have been used by so many different campaigns because they have ability to create powerful and long-lasting messages that can be easily recognised and understood by a lot of people, whether you're at a massive rally full of thousands of people or it's just a hashtag on Twitter. One specific piece that we have, which is part of the suffragette movement, is a little bracelet made by Georgie and Arthur Gaskin, who were jewellery makers in Birmingham in the Jewellery Quarter, and they really supported the women's movement in the early 20th century, and they made a lot of jewellery within the suffragette colours that could be bought and sold, and was a small way that people could carry that message with them wherever they went.
Birmingham Museum itself was actually the location of a famous suffragette protest. So, to find out more, I've come here to the impressive Round Room, a fantastic gallery space and actually the scene of the crime.
And here in the Round Room we have a blue plaque which commemorates a particularly exciting incident which happened in June of 1914. Across the country, militant suffragettes fighting for the right for women to vote were causing chaos. Even in Birmingham, for example, Bertha was involved in an incident where the Prime Minister was pelted with roof tiles. They set fire to the library in Northfield. They attacked a train in Kings Norton. They burnt down the tea room in Cannon Hill Park. And they even daubed slogans on the inside of St Philip's Cathedral. Arguably, as a result of what Bertha and her friends did, women now have the vote. It's here, 9th of June 1914, Bertha Ryland came through the front door of the museum and art gallery. Surprisingly, she was not spotted. She was known to the police. She'd already served time in Winson Green prison. But she walked past the detective, up the stairs, into the gallery, and she took out from underneath her coat a cleaver, which she used to slash a painting. The painting was Master Thornhill by an artist called George Romney. Happily, the museum guards were very alert. They managed to stop her before she caused any serious damage. She was apprehended, arrested, and taken to court and charged. She was then taken to Winson Green prison, and not for the first time, she went on hunger strike, and she was force-fed, which was a terrible thing. The women were held down, a tube was inserted into their throat, and liquid food poured into their stomach. Subsequently, she was given a pardon as a result of a general amnesty, and she really passed into obscurity. She died in 1977 and nobody had heard of her at that point. But now we're more aware of the amazing things that the suffragettes did.
Before coming to an exhibition like this, it's easy to take the freedoms that we have today for granted. With Birmingham being the location of so many significant protests, let's hear one final word from Emma to understand why this exhibition is so important.
What it can do is help us understand the world we live in today a little bit better by looking at everything that we've had to fight for in the past, what life was like for those who lived before us and what drove them to make those changes. I think what we can also learn from looking at this subject is what can be achieved when we come together in unity and solidarity, and that ultimately things can change and justice can be achieved. Whether you're a lone protester by yourself or you're a whole city, that really anything can be achieved when you've got that passion and that dedication to a cause that you really believe in.
Thank you for watching this episode of Birmingham for the Ages. Join us next month as we move from a people's revolution to a revolution in industry.